Almonds frequently appear on brain-healthy food lists, and there's some solid nutritional science supporting their inclusion, though we need to separate legitimate benefits from overhyped marketing claims. Let's examine what almonds actually offer in the context of ND plus metabolism and cognitive health, along with important limitations to consider. Almonds provide several nutrients relevant to brain function. They contain magnesium, which is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including those related to energy metabolism and NAD plus utilization. They're rich in vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that protects cell membranes from oxidative damage. They provide healthy monounsaturated fats similar to those in avocados and olive oil. And they offer protein and fiber that help stabilize blood sugar, reducing metabolic stress. The antioxidant content is particularly relevant to our discussion. Brain tissue is highly susceptible to oxidative stress because of its high metabolic rate and lipid content. When oxidative damage occurs, cells activate repair mechanisms that consume NAD+ through enzymes like PARPs. By reducing oxidative damage, antioxidants theoretically help preserve NAD+ for energy production rather than constant repair work. Vitamin E specifically protects the fatty membranes of neurons, which is important given that the brain is about 60% fat by dry weight. However, we need several important reality checks here. First, almonds are extremely calorie-dense, about 160 calories per ounce, which is roughly 23 almonds. It's remarkably easy to consume several ounces without thinking about it, particularly if you're eating them mindlessly while doing other activities. For individuals with weight management concerns, which again relates to Alzheimer's risk through metabolic health, almonds require portion control. Second, while vitamin E from foods is beneficial, the story with vitamin E supplements has been disappointing. Multiple large trials giving vitamin E supplements for Alzheimer's prevention or treatment have shown minimal benefits. This suggests either that vitamin E isn't as protective as we hoped, or that the form and context matter enormously. Food-sourced vitamin E comes packaged with many other compounds that might work synergistically, while isolated supplements lack this complexity. Third, almonds can present problems for some individuals. They're among the more common tree nut allergies, which can range from mild to life-threatening. For people with diverticulitis or other digestive conditions, nuts can sometimes trigger symptoms. And for individuals prone to kidney stones, the oxalate content in almonds might be a concern with high consumption. There's also an environmental consideration. Almond production requires enormous amounts of water, with roughly 1 gallon needed to produce a single almond. In drought-prone regions like California, which produces most of the world's almonds, this raises sustainability questions. The industrial almond farming also relies heavily on commercial bee pollination, and there are concerns about impacts on bee health. Regarding Alzheimer's disease, there's no compelling evidence that almond consumption specifically protects against or treats cognitive decline. Studies of the Mediterranean diet and MIND diet, which include nuts as components, show associations with better cognitive outcomes, but nuts are just one element among many. We cannot conclude that almonds have special brain-protecting properties distinct from other nuts or from the overall dietary pattern. For practical purposes, if you enjoy almonds and tolerate them well, including a small handful most days as part of a balanced diet is reasonable. They're portable, shelf-stable, and versatile. But buy them in reasonable quantities to avoid overeating. Choose unsalted or lightly salted varieties to avoid excessive sodium, and consider them one option among many healthy fats and proteins rather than an essential brain food. If you prefer walnuts, pecans, cashews, or seeds, those offer comparable benefits. The key is including a variety of whole foods, not fixating on any single ingredient as a magic bullet for cognitive health.